lighthearted stuff to start you out. Now we're from Louisiana. When I see your name, I want to call you Chaisson.
Right, right.
That is not correct.
I mean, I can't tell Louisianans how to say a Louisiana name, so that's like, but from where I'm from, in my hometown in Houston, we say Chaisson. That's how my mother taught me how to say my name. But it's from this area. Obviously, I have people from New Iberia. My mother, she's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, actually. So that's how they say it down here. So we just say it that way from where I'm from.
We should just think you're going to chase quarterbacks, right?
Chase. There we go.
Just like that.
Was it important to tweet out that it wasn't your name?
Definitely. I don't want to. I promise you, whatever the injury was, it's not that serious. It was just something very, very minor. It's nothing major. I could have played through it, but rather be safe than sorry in the end of the day. So.
Is that the difference with like players and fans these days? You kind of have these interactions now, or ways to communicate to them, whereas in the past maybe you never.
Definitely. Because I don't want. I mean, obviously, I'm a big people's person, so I don't want anybody to have any worries, anything going on. Obviously, missing last year, a major part of the season, so and people were worried, but there's none of that going on this year. Hopefully, God gave me the given ability to go throughout the whole season healthy. But like I said, it was a minor injury. I didn't want anybody worried. Just rather be safe than sorry.
What kind of personality and spirit is Tory Carter?
Tory Carter. That's a funny dude, but Tory's like, I wouldn't say bipolar. It's like off the field, he's a laughing, goofy person. On the field, it's like he trying to knock your head off. I was like, bro, you remember we on the same team, right? Like, we good. But that's somebody like obviously you want to have on your team. Just off the field, he's a great person. And on the field, he gonna get the job done by any means necessary.
Like the eye black and
Yeah, that's like it was very new. I thought that was just a movie thing, when people go into war in the woods or something. But I saw him do it, then KJ Malone did it, so it's just like it was very new to me. I was like, I wasn't really sure how I was supposed to take part in that.
How do you feel you get a? How do you get a feel for this team scrimmages where some of your star players aren't in it? You kind of know what those guys can do, but do you feel like you could have a good handle on where this team's at and where maybe it needs to be in these next 2 weeks?
Definitely. I mean, obviously, you want everybody doing fall camp. It's a good point where you can serve obviously players. You don't want them to get hurt, but at the end of the day, the season is approaching, so you want all 11 starters and all 11 guys that's going to be on the field all on the same page. But the good thing about when people are sitting out, everyone's in the film room, we all watching. You know what I'm saying? We all getting mental reps on the sideline, so it's not that we're just not involved, but we're still involved, just not in the physical aspect of the game.
How has Ed's approach this year towards a kind of a more free-flowing attack? Something that he wanted you guys, maybe that's what he told us at least, that he wants you guys to get more aggressive, more active, maybe less constrained, more. Is that showing? Do you feel like that's a better helping you?
Definitely showing. I feel like the previous system we was running, it was a great system. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like this system shows more of the athletic ability that we recruit in. It's more attacking and using the God-given ability that some are not blessed with. So this new system that we run is definitely helpful for in all aspects of the defense, as far as penetration, speed, size, strength, and we're using it to the right way.
K'Lavon, what is block out the noise?
In our opinion, we don't really listen to outsiders. I mean, as far as you guys, I get you guys. You have a job, but whether you say anything good or bad about it, so we're not really worried about it. We know inside and internally what we can do. We know how we control things, and we know no matter what the outsiders say, they don't have control over how we play our game and what we can and can't do.
Number 6 in the country, is that noise that came out today?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I guess so, but like I said, we know where we need to be. We know we're not where we want to be. Obviously, we know if we're number 6, that means there's 5 teams ahead of us that we got to get to. So obviously, you can never be good enough. We got to keep on working. But we also know that even if we were number 1, number 0, however the case may go, it's always room for improvement. So regardless of what the ranks may be, we always got room to improve and keep on going.
Talked about, you want all 11 starters on the field, but backup quarterback Myles Brennan, just how has he been doing?
Great. Great. Obviously, it's still, we have a starter in Joe Burrow, but there's not just no easy start. Obviously, Myles is pushing Joe every week. Throughout the scrimmages, watching him, he's been a phenomenal player from on and off the field, from breaking down plays. And I feel like quarterback, obviously, is one of the hardest position, because you got to know all 21 players, everything they have to do. So you can't only know yours, but you have to know every other 21 people on the field. So as far as getting in, I feel like that's a hard job, and he's handling it well, and he's doing very well. So it's not just Joe's an efficient starter, chauffeur starter, but he's giving Joe a little push.
Do you drop in coverage as well?
Yes.
So could you speak to the versatility? One of the things that impressed me at practice was just the different packages that they have, and guys coming in and giving different looks at different times from different spots. Is that something that you guys really feel will be a strength this year?
Definitely. I mean, obviously, that's the good thing about the 3-4. You can do a slide disguise. You can do different things without it. As far as me dropping in coverage, you can have me rushing every play, but I mean that's just a dead giveaway, and that don't really put no confusion in the offense. So if you know I'm rushing every play, you can just block every 4 guys and just have it call it a day. But if you don't know whether I'm rushing or dropping, that gives the offensive line and a quarterback a little confusion to whether who's coming and who's not coming. So I guess that's the good thing of being a versatile player and just being in a good 3-4 defense and schematically wise with Dave Ryan, just know how to move things around and get everything going.
Do you think that's what Dave does best, is kind of try to trick people like that?
Definitely guru. He was definitely guru. At the end of the day, all 11 guys are going to do something different. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to do the same thing every single play. You know what I'm saying? You might see D linemen dropping. You might see cornerbacks blitzing. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's going to do a little bit of everything. So that's the great thing about the defense. It's nothing just given away. It's not obvious of what we're going to do. Everything is going to be mixed up.
So talk to us a little bit about how Thaddeus Moss has looked. He kind of missed a lot of the time last year. How's he looked so far in camp?
Randy Moss had a good season. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching him for a long time. I used to watch highlights when he played for the Vikings. He was a real good player. And he was one of the best players to play the game. And I can't wait to I meet him.
So you guys have a good rivalry going then? You and Thad?
But nah, on the serious side, I think Thaddeus is a great player. I mean, obviously he's going to be a great asset to the team as far as having him in the court, out of the court. And that's the good thing about having Thad is, as far as him being a tight end, he also can play receiver. So whether it's 11 personnel, 10 personnel, it's a good matchup. And having him on outside linebacker, it's really a disadvantage as well because he got some deceptive speed to him too and some soft hands. So that's a good thing to have to the offense. So I'm glad we have him on our team.
You ready to go back to school?
Man, nah. I mean, obviously school's gonna add to it. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. If I can do just football, I'll do that. But I don't have a problem with school, so I guess I'm okay with it.
Yeah. It sounds like that linebacker battle between Jacob and Patrick and even Damone's going to kind of go down to the wire. Do you feel like that needs to be solidified so you kind of have that quarterback of the defense, or do you feel like everybody kind of has an idea of what they're doing?
I mean, obviously, if the position battle is going this far, obviously the trust is in all 3 of them, I believe. I mean, you can't go wrong with any 3. I mean, at the end of the day, you want the best player to play on the field. And I don't think either one, you can't go wrong with 3. So, I mean, that's between them guys and 3 and whoever works the hardest and whoever plays the best that gets that position. But at the end of the day, I feel like all three of the players are going to play. So man down, man up, or whatever the case may be, from substitution-wise, all 3 of the players are great players.
What about the tackles? The tackles that you're going against. That was a big point of being better this year, was having your tackles on the offensive line be better.
Right.
Have you seen them improve?
Definitely offensive line. That's been one of the major improvements throughout fall camp and summer as well. I mean, from every day of the summer, offensive line came in at 10 o'clock in the morning, all together as a group working together. And that's been one of the biggest improvements of the team. And not so much that they need improvement, but as far as them all working together, and they know that all the criticism they had going towards them, and they blocked out all the noise and they kept on working. And now with the new, especially with the new offense we got now, it's more so that you can obviously see the offensive line talent and what they have going, and that's a good thing.